Hi, it's Phil here. This is the video 5 for the Annie Wilson Children's Home, Tankerton, run by the Salvation Army. Getting closure, getting the truth, finding the kids who lived at the Annie Wilson home, and also being able to get on with the rest of my life. Now, what I wanted to do is go back to video 5 because this is video 6, and I just wanted to say that before I got my files from social services at Kent Council, I had written a book, and my book consisted of all the information I got from my doctor's files, also from the photographs which my mother had given me, and also from my memory, trying to get back my memory of my childhood from when I went to all those different locations, when I drove around the different locations when I lived as a kid. Now, after doing that, I wrote this book, and this book is completed, but I've got a problem with publishing the book because there's names, there's locations, and there's so many ways which people can get sued by giving particular names out and giving locations out, and there's a lot of things which I have to be careful about when publishing a book. And I've also got to be careful about doing this YouTube video. Now, the people I've spoken of who are dead, I've actually given their names because I'm actually allowed to use their name. But anybody who's alive or still living, I cannot use their name. So I'm basically not going to say any names for other videos. Now, what I wanted to go to now, I got my files, went through my files. There was a lot of stuff in my files which I was hoping was in there. But of course they weren't, because the abuser, being Major Brenda Fleming, who worked at the Annie Wilson home, who worked for the Salvation Army, she had written or dictated the reviews, which were written down by somebody else or by her, basically to distort what was going on at the home. So, literally, I'm not sure when this was. It was May, June time. It's roughly, I haven't got the dates in front of me, so I can't see. But I had a bit of a shock one morning, and I looked up on my Facebook page, and a mate of mine, I was really, really, really distraught by this, had basically offended me. I had his phone number. I contacted him, and I wanted to find out why he had offended me. This was around the time when Cambridge Analytica had basically distributed information of people's personal information from Facebook. And he basically came off Facebook because he was so paranoid about his information being spread around. And I can totally understand that he basically closed down his page. I contacted him. I've known him for a long time, and what I've been going through since trying to get my files, I flooded out on him about what I've been dealing with, and then the situation with him taking me off his Facebook page quite upset me, because he was a friend of mine for many years, and I thought, I don't like to upset anybody, I don't like to offend anybody. I am me. I like to be liked by people, and I like to be loved by people, and I want to be everyone's friend. But unfortunately enough, later in life, not everyone wants to know me, not everyone likes me, not everyone wants to be surrounded by me. So at the end of the day, I chatted to this friend of mine for over an hour and a half, and suddenly realised that he sort of started thinking, maybe I can help you. And he did. And he has since then, even through to this day now. I have been on the phone to him 2-3 times a week, and he's been listening to me and recording my conversation with him as well. For something for myself, for something for him, for something he might be able to work on to be able to help me out as well. Now, I'm not going to say this person's name, but he's a very, very sincere friend of mine. And he's listened to me and he's ideas for me. And you know what? You're listening and you know who you are. Thanks. I'm getting emotional about this, but I'm not going to kick up, okay? But thanks a lot, mate. Really, when I really needed somebody to be there for me, when I was so low, he was there for me. I got to say thanks a lot, mate. Now, I've had about 4 or 5 friends in my life who have been in my life regularly for many years, and they've been on the phone to me, or text me, or emailed me, or messaged me on Messenger, or WhatsApp, or Instagram, or Twitter, through different media systems, and been in contact with them on a weekly basis. I mean, seriously, weekly basis. Not a week goes by where I'm not in contact with them. And I appreciate them all, and I really do. But what I'm trying to get through to now is that everyone who's been there for me and stood by me and had ears for me, and you know what, I appreciate those ones who have ears for me, because you know, when I go on one, I can go on one like no one's business. So thanks a lot for those friends of mine who have had time for me, who have had ears for me, who have had patience for me, and have been in regular contact with me, because I seriously have needed you during this roller coaster ride. It's been for the last 1.5 years, 2 years even. But I would say 1.5 years pretty much. But anyway, I'm now getting to the stage where got my files, got all that information. Now, I'm putting this advert forward, it's not an advert, this video forward, about the frustration which has produced anger, but also produced anxiety from the lack of response to the people I've spoken to in the past, who I know are doing their job, and they're doing their job as quickly as possible, but the system is flawed, because it takes 6 months to a year to get an answer to many of my questions. And later on with Kent County Council, and I've got to be honest, the Kent County Council were the people I was in contact with the most at the very beginning, from October the 14th right the way through till probably about 3-4 months ago, when they basically couldn't do anything else for me. It's, you ask about something, nothing gets done, and then you put in a complaint, nothing gets done, and that's a month later, then 2 months later, then after that you end up putting a freedom of information request forward, then a personal access request forward, and if it's not a government organisation, there's a subject access request forward, which is like a charities or people affiliated independently, not connected with the government. And then when you go through all of that, literally it takes minimum 6-7 months. Because when they don't give me the answer, such as when I know I'm repeating myself, I've got to go through it methodically, asking about information about the place, nothing's done within a month, then another month putting in a complaint, then after that, that's another month, then after that put freedom of information request, personal access request, subject access request, another month goes by before you can get the information, because it takes them a month before they can give you back the information. Then after that, nothing's done, and then another month later you put in another complaint, then before you know it, an internal complaint's been put forward. Now, I'm not complaining about anybody who's helped me throughout all the people I've been in contact with. I just feel like the system's flawed because it takes too long, and I really think there should be a faster process on dealing with problems within government organisations, within charities, within local councils, within just getting information. Now, where I'm going to now is I seriously started getting down, because every time I'm asking for information, I'm being disappointed. So I'm setting myself up for being disappointed. And it's been going on since October the 14th, 2016, I think, or 2017, 2017, the 14th of October 2017. So now I am at the stage where I get an internal reviews at Kent County Council, then suddenly gave me some information which wasn't on my files or in my files. But this is the information which I wanted, because I'm trying to get information from my files, from my medical files, then of course now from my childcare plan files from being in care. The lady at Kent County Council says the reason why they don't have information on the Anna Wilson's home, the reason why they don't have information on Salvation Army, is because Kent County Council were not the governing authority who had co-assistant care plan at the Salvation Army Children's Home, the Anna Wilson Home. Found out that it's Greenwich County Council has got that information, and they were the co-authority who basically had the partnership with the looking over of the running of the children's home at the Anna Wilson Home between 1976 and 1981. Suddenly I find out that all this information I've been trying to get through from Kent County Council has been found to be the people directly involved with Greenwich. So because Kent County Council didn't have the information which I wanted on the Anna Wilson Home and the Salvation Army, was purely because Greenwich County Council were involved. That is the next thing. I then am now having to get through to Greenwich County Council, asking for information. It's been given. Then after that I put in a complaint. Nothing's been dealt with. They haven't got any information. Then after that I put in a freedom of information request forward, a personal access request forward, and then I'm having to wait another month before that paperwork can come through. Now I'm going to get to the end of this video. Sorry if I have gone on a bit and I repeated a few times, but say, look, I'm really trying to keep it short. But anyway, this is me, Phil, trying to get justice, trying to get closure, trying to get hold of the kids from the Anna Wilson's home to get reunited so that we can all share what our memories are and experiences are, so we can get closure, and for me to move on, and for everyone else connected with the Anna Wilson home to be able to move on. This is me. I'm out of here. Video 6. Sorry about the blabbering, but hey, I'm out. Take care. Have a good day, everyone. Bye.